Hi everyone, in this video we are going to discuss three important things. First is what were the primary reasons for layoffs at Meta or Facebook. Number two, what did these employees get after they were fired? Did they get full salary or half salary or basic pay, or what were the other benefits that they got? How do companies in general arrive at a decision that which employee should be retained versus which employee should be fired? We will cover all of this in this video, so let's get started. Let's dive straight into the reasons why Facebook or Meta had to fire so many employees. Number one reason is company was established in the year 2004, and since then till now in 2022 they have grown exponentially. As you can see on the screen, they have hired around 27,000 people since 2020, and they were at around 9,000 employees in 2014, but since then they have grown to 87,000 people. So probably they hired a lot more than what they actually needed. Number two, their stock has fallen by 70% this year. Number three, globally they are getting a very solid competition from TikTok. That is the reason why their growth has stalled. Number four, they have spent a lot of money on R&D. Since the beginning of the last year, they have spent around $15 billion on R&D, which is actually focused around metaverse. So all these factors put together are actually ballooning the cost, and that is why the company was not as profitable as it was earlier, and that has eventually resulted into layoffs. Now let's deep dive and understand what do the impacted employees get. So if somebody was part of the layoffs, what has the company given them? Number one, Meta will pay 16 weeks of base pay plus 2 additional weeks for every year of service with no cap. Number two, Meta will also pay for all paid time off PTO which is remaining for employees. This is basically the earned leaves. All impacted employees will get their dues by November 15th, 2022 vesting. Meta will also cover of healthcare for people and their families for 6 months. The company also plans to provide 3 months of career support with an external vendor, including early access to unpublished job leads. So these are some of the things which I've heard Meta is doing for the impacted employees. I've also heard that they are trying to help people with the immigration and visa things as well. Now let's come to the most important part of this video. How does a company like Meta in general decide that out of the 87,000 people which work for them, which employee should be fired, which employee should be retained? So one thing is, this decision is not taken overnight. This is not a decision which you just take within a week or a month. It is actually a very long process. So I'm sure they have taken this decision after a lot of considerations. Number one, they must have looked at all the departments and figured out which departments are really critical and which departments are must have and which departments are good to have. So all these departments which are good to have, which means even if you don't have these departments, nothing will actually happen to the core business. So the departments which are good to have but not critical or must have are the departments which are most likely targeted first. That does not mean that they will not target the other departments, but I'm just telling you how they generally prioritize. Another thing which we need to understand is that they don't fire anybody just because of one bad performance or just because somebody was not able to deliver one or two particular things. They actually look at their career graph. They actually look at what all things they have done till now, what have been their performance ratings over a period of time. They just don't fire people like that. And I'm telling this in general, not just about Meta or Facebook. So your overall performance rating over the years is extremely important. Then of course the cost factor is important, that how much is your cost? Are you really cost effective to the company with respect to the performance and the value that you deliver and the kind of money that the company is paying you? So that cost benefit analysis is probably also done at an individual level. Then of course the feedback from the managers or immediate supervisors or group heads is also taken into considerations, because at the end of the day you work for a team, so you must have a team leader or a project manager or a product manager or whoever. That person is most likely giving your feedback to the management about what kind of work you do, what kind of potential you have, what kind of skill set you have, what you can do for the company in future. If you are not there, what will get impacted, etc, etc. So all these things are also very important and they are taken into consideration. And in my view, nobody wants to let go good good employees. People always want to retain really good employees. So in these tough times, these are really hard decisions to make. But it is also evident that companies sometimes are not thinking it through when they are making investments, when they are hiring people. They are not really thinking it through long term, where their investments are going. Do we really need so many people? And then they'll end up into such situations. I hope a lot of companies will learn a lot of lessons out of this particular episode, and in future such occurrences will be minimized. Alright, that's it for now in this particular video. Do let me know your suggestions, comments, or any questions that you might have in the comment section. And also I would request you to share this video in your network so that it reaches to maximum people, and do not forget to subscribe to the channel before you leave this video. Thank you so much for watching till the end. I'll see you in another video day after tomorrow. Till then, take care. Bye for now.